Now, before I get into everything that's in KingMaker and the price, I want to thank everybody for their patience. The output or the availability of KingMaker was delayed almost a week because I wanted to make sure that everything that I could put into KingMaker would be there. I wanted it to be the best possible package you've ever seen. Now, if you don't have time to sit through this video while we cover everything that's in KingMaker and show you how effective it is, you can skip to the last, about 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll find the price back there. Okay, now, even before we launch into the contents of KingMaker, which you can see in video proof in the authentication trials at KingMakerForex.com with the same account number every time, and you get to see the account history. Before we get into all of that, I want to talk about something else first, and it's really about why KingMaker was developed and why it's so important to you. KingMaker was built for the purpose of compounding in small bites. Let me show you what that means. Now I'm going to scroll through this quickly. What you see here in the gray columns is the trade number, and this is at 1% compounding per trade on average, or per day, however you like to think of it. But you should think in terms of how many trades you can make in a day, really. And next to it is what your new account balance is. So if you started with $200 on your first trade, at 1% you'd have $202. On your 74th trade, you'd have $417. And going across down here, the 109th trade, you would have $591, and that's starting with a $200 account. Now, can you make, let's say, 10 trades in a day in just 4 or 5 hours, 3 or 4 hours? Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Not for 1 and 2%, it should be pretty easy. Now let's scroll down some, okay, to the next panel, and you're still compounding 1% per trade. At the 200th trade, your $200 has become $1,463, or about 7 times what you had before. And that is at the 200th trade. In other words, in about 200 trades, if you're running 10 trades a day, that's 20 days. You multiplied your account by a factor of 7, and that's with 1% compounding. Let's scroll down a little further. Next panel. Here we go. Still compounding at 1, and you can see that down, and I'm going to scroll a little bit further down. 1% compounding at the 300th trade, which would take you about 30 days, starting with a $200 account at 1% compounding, you have almost $4,000. If you had started with $1,000, that number would be $19,788.47. At 10 trades a day, you're talking 30 days, 30 trading days to move your account of $200 up to $3,900, or a $1,000 account up to $19,000. And that is why KingMaker was developed. So if you can be that diligent and limit yourself to small gains, just a nick here and a nick there, that's the kind of success you can have with KingMaker. Now, with KingMaker, you get 2 authorization keys to unlock the PDF file with the KingMaker codes in it and all that other that you see listed here. And what that does for you is you can give a key to, let's say, a trading partner or a friend, and then they'll have KingMaker as well. They will not have the live coaching. It's 2 hours of live coaching by phone or by internet in a chat room, let's say. And if you're in the USA, I can actually call you. Outside the USA, you'd have to call me, or we work by chat room. And you have to schedule that within the first 30 days, that live coaching. And that live coaching is only available to you as the original purchaser, but you can have your trading partner sit in on the session because it's a single 2-hour session. And for the time being, if you want me to help facilitate the transfer of the key and to make sure you got your money for the key and they got their key, I can help you facilitate that. Just go to the contact link after you purchase KingMaker, the contact link at the top of KingMakerForex.com. Let me know what you want to do, and I'll do my best to make sure that both of you get what you're supposed to get. And you get a statistical survey of 28 Forex pairs drawn from a month of hourly data during 2014 and about 2 years of data going back to 2012 on the daily analysis. And that looks like this. I've deleted the name of the pair here. And this tells you what we were searching for was a minimum of 19 pips that I'm circling right there, minimum of 19 pips. And we look for clusters of these, and the average on this first group here, there were 9 6 a.m. events, 4 7 a.m. events, 4 8 a.m. events. Their average was 29 pips, as you can see over here, and then you have the average of the other down there. Now for the dates, it's the same thing, the number of events, and you've got your averages and your minimum over here, okay? That's how that works. And you've got this information for 28 separate pairs. Then, of course, you have the precision KingMaker trading indicators, some of which you saw me use during the authentication trials, and some of which you have not yet seen, and they are very powerful and with very good accuracy. Remember, you don't need a big edge in the market to make money. You just need an edge, a good edge. KingMaker gives you that edge. Right now in this version of KingMaker, which is the initial version, you have about a dozen trading indicators. Some are for trends, some are for individual candles. You really don't need more than a dozen indicators. I know that there are different kinds of packages out there which are called expert advisors, and they advertise hundreds of indicators. Well, I don't know what you need with hundreds of indicators. You just need some that work. And then you have your 30-page illustrated spreadsheet tutorial so that you can learn spreadsheets if you want to. You can also, we have the illustrated ThinkScript tutorial. That's 24 pages. And that shows you how to modify KingMaker code to your liking. You can make it run kind of tighter or looser. And this tutorial is not an advanced ThinkScript tutorial. They have a nice tutorial at TD Ameritrade on Thinkorswim platform. This is a very basic tutorial that shows you in real easy terms. And ThinkScript is so easy to write. There's nothing like MetaTrader or anything like that. It's really common sense code. And that enables you also to write your own algorithms. It's really useful. Then you have the all-important 40-page KingMaker instruction manual with all you see that's listed in there. And that tells you how to load the KingMaker codes that you get, how to read the various indicators, and as well how to combine the indicators with KingMaker statistics and everything else you see there. And remember, because you have the codes, you can modify KingMaker indicators. You just take a look on the website at some of the trading videos and you will see just how accurate these things are. So the bottom line concerning price is, does your skill plus KingMaker accuracy add up to success for you? Now KingMaker is not expensive, but it's not cheap either, and that's why you get 2 keys so you can share it. But it's certainly not expensive the way that you find other expert advisors at $1,000 and $2,000. Just Google expert advisor and you'll see some of the prices out there. So the real question becomes, is 1% compounding the kind of trading that you want to do? Is that kind of money what you want to make and how you want to make it? You may be, as I said before, a swing for the fences type of trader. That is not what KingMaker is for. Slow and steady she goes with KingMaker. You knock off 1% here, 1% there, a 0.5%, 1.5%, That's what you walk away with on each trade. And sometimes maybe you'll lose 1% or 2%. But overall, you saw how we did it with the authentication trial. It's an average of 1% per trade, and that was in 23 trades, I think we said. You can look on the website, 23 trades, and we moved it up 27.7% in 23 trades. If that's the kind of money you like to make, then KingMaker is what you want to get. So, okay, how much for KingMaker and where do you get it? You can get it instantly at whattolearn.com/kingmaker.htm. It's a flat $500. I don't believe in that $499.95 monkey business. It's an even $500. And you get the 2 authorization keys so you can share with a partner. And right now we'll even help you to facilitate that transaction. KingMaker has taken months of testing to build and create so that you'd be able to use it easily and compound your account. Now there was one indicator I really want to show you here that I did not really get to show you in the authentication trials, and it's called KingMaker Crocodile. And besides Emerald Contact, which you have seen in the authentication trials, KingMaker Crocodile for me is a lot of fun. It just pops an arrow and tells me that the next bar should be a reversal from the current bar. Now it's very statistically based, it's as well as being a dynamic indicator, but statistically based stuff, you know, you have to expect you get a loss. And when you see this next panel, you'll see that loss. Okay, I already told you that the arrow indicates a reversal from that candle. So you can pause this and you can study it. You'll see exactly what I mean and how much fun it is. And again, that's KingMaker Crocodile. So just pause it and look it over and you'll see how it works. And I said it's a reversal of the next candle. I meant it means to go long at the open of the next candle. Sorry about that. And of course, there are about a dozen other KingMaker indicators, some of which you have seen in the authentication trials. So you now know how much it is and where to get it. I thank you for your patience, and I wish you good trading, and you can just drop me a note through the contact link if you have any further questions. And again, there's where you get KingMaker at whattolearn.com/kingmaker.htm. And again, I'm Dennis Hudson. Thank you for your patience. And we will see you out there in the market. One of us is going to take somebody's money. This video created September 29, 2014. Again, I'm Dennis Hudson at KingMakerForex.com. Have a great week.